Check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. About to get this party started soon, man. Let's get the party started right now. On the screen, Jeni Mai, Jeezy's ex. Well, one of Jeezy's exes, because Jeezy has more than one ex. He be exing a lot, He be exing a lot. Jeni Mai is another ex, and it's funny to me because they always want to say black women be having, are single mothers and this and that, and look at this, Jeni Mai. She's very pretty, by the way. But anyway, welcome, Love Me More Designs, in the house. And the funny thing is this: is that you know, it's funny how this whole single mother thing really it started with black men saying that. Black men said it first. And the funny thing is this is that it's kind of like when somebody gets in a car crash and then they say some weird stuff like, "Wow, why did somebody put that tree there?" You know? And Jenny Mai is a perfect example that it doesn't matter what race of woman you are, dust is everywhere. I truly believe that it was destined that this was going to happen because it always already happened in Jeezy's life anyway. He already did this before. So what's another woman pregnant? He's not taking care of them kids. He's not there every day with his kids. He's not. And this has been the problem with the culture is that this has been the culture is where black men make kids, turn around and go, "Why are all these single mothers? Look at all these single mothers," knowing you made some of them, knowing you weren't going to be around, knowing you were careless. Anyway, let's see what Jenny has to say. Here we go. Yeah, I like that. Yes, the dust is flying everywhere.
Jeni Mai shows off her baby Monaco's bilingual skills whilst on vacation. So let's get to it.
Water splash. Okay, nói trong tiếng Việt là gì? Giỏi. Okay. Cái này là gì đây? Sand. Mình nói trong tiếng Việt là gì?
This is a statement. What she's saying is this: is that I'm not letting that dusty wash out my heritage, and I'm not letting that dusty, tell me how to raise my child. That there's a lot. This is a deep message when you think about it. It's a little bit more than just saying, uh, Monaco's bilingual skills. She's going to be knowing her heritage from the Asian culture side for sure. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, hey, that's what's up.
Yes. Good job, Coco. Chops con không cái. So don't be scared. Nên ăn không để. Chops con không cái. Bà. Coco.
Sisig, and sisig is like
Do you want rice?
Delicious.
well, it's delicious. Yeah,
It's my favorite.
It's
out
pork.
of all the Filipino dishes. Look at you. Get in there.
Oh, you have to mix. Oh, you have to. Sisig and sisig.
Cắt nhỏ nhỏ thôi, con cắt bên rồi nhìn nhỏ thôi nha. Okay. No, Coco. No. No, Coco. Coco, no.
He is so adorable. But yeah, so that's what's up. That is what is up. So let's keep this beat going here. Hold on. Here we go.
Trigger warning. A dummy ahead.
On app.
What's your preferred dating app?
It was Hinge, but it sucks now.
Okay, so
It's
it
just like
wasn't-
Tinder now.
Okay.
Can you explain like what sucks about it? Is it the guys are creeps or like
yeah, I
they're-
think the guys are.
Yeah, Jackie Gaines in the house. Here we go.
Okay, so
It's
it
just like
wasn't-
Tinder now.
Okay.
Can you explain like what sucks about it? Is it the guys are creeps or like
yeah, I
they're-
think the guys are really just after one thing. So they
Get
just
used to
come
it.
on so strong with the weirdest things that they
Get
say.
used to it.
No,
You're 29. It only gets worse as you get older.
I know. I need to just get
Yeah.
off this.
Like once you hit 30, that's really all they looking at.
Yeah.
Like once it says 30 on your Hinge account, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, recreational use only. I mess with you.
That is true.
No, he's not.
Absolutely not.
They're gonna be like, oh, 30.
She wasn't amused by that. Let's keep it going. Here
Yeah.
we go.
Chat, I'm wilding today. It's Friday,
Yeah,
man. It's a chill.
he's
So
right.
when a man gets with a woman, he shouldn't change, right? He shouldn't be changing up his behaviors if he's an adequate man. If he's inadequate, then he needs to become more adequate. But we're saying that if he's already that guy, he shouldn't change his behaviors. He should keep doing what he's doing.
But that's the primary problem. That's the primary problem. Guys who are that's the problem. They're not.
giving those women the butterflies in her stomach and making her feel the vibes, right? Because women are hypergamous. They want the best guy. So he has to keep showing that he's the best. It comes to a woman.
You have to show somebody you're the best and you're not the best.
When she's attracting a guy, well, she should fully change up her behaviors and everything when she gets the guy. Because in order for the woman to retain that guy, a man looks for purity. So,
oh my God. I haven't heard so much BS in my life. I mean, come on. I wouldn't even tell this to my son because, you know, if I had a son, I would not tell him this because it makes no sense. So basically, a woman's supposed to change up the way she's supposed to change for the dude. And welcome, why is seeking knowledge in the house? And the dude is supposed to just be the same if he's that dude, which in most cases, he's not that dude. So basically, the thing is this. Nobody should have to change for anybody. You should match up. You should match up. Okay? This guy right here is talking total BS. We're going to get deep into it and break it down for you because he's probably, and the funny thing is he's not even an expert himself. He's just somebody who is running a scam. That's basically, I won't say a scam, but he's misleading men in the wrong direction. Let's put it that way.
Keep giving those women the butterflies in her stomach and making her feel the vibes, right? Because women are hypergamous. They want the best guy. So he has to keep showing.
No, that's not really that true. Because if it was true, then I hate to say it, but a lot of men would be in trouble. Let's just put it that way.
And that he's the best. It comes to a woman when she's attracting a guy. Well, she should fully change up her behaviors and everything when she gets the guy.
That is so stupid. That is such a dumb comment. I can't believe it. By the way, this is brought to you by You're Triggered. And it worked because I'm triggered. But it's what's the point of switch? That means you're faking the funk for a guy. And you know that never works. That never works out. It doesn't work out. Being fit, feminine, friendly, and submissive and all that kind of crap never works out. That's what he's slickly saying. But that, at least he has the imagination not to say the same buzzwords that, you know, Kang Samuels was saying. That's Kang Samuels. Kang Samuels was saying, you know, at least but basically it's like he's telling men, I'm a scammer, you should scam too. And what I mean is not as far, well, I have no idea of his business acumen. I really don't. I don't know if he's scamming there, but he is scamming. He has scammed women before. I can tell you that right now. He has used women, in my opinion. Welcome, Oya Terminador Negro in that house. Oya says this, he doesn't even believe what he's saying. I agree. He's dating single mother and she's pregnant with his kid now. Wow. See? And yes, she is a WW, a Caucasian woman. He wasn't looking for purity, bars. Yeah, they're hypocrites. I forgot to talk about that hypocrite soup. Everybody, get yourself a big bowl of hypocrite soup. Hypocrite soup. If they ain't hypocriting, they're misinforming. If they ain't misinforming, they ain't doing nothing but throwing around some dust. Throwing around some dust up in here. Let's keep it going.
Because in order for the woman to retain that guy, a man looks for purity. So you can attract a guy by maybe posting some not you.
Thank you, Oya, for breaking it down for me right there. Another hypocrite, just like Fresh and Fit and everybody else. I mean, I am telling you, folks. I am telling you, this is. I mean, the next clips I have for you are going to break it down for you perfectly.
Generally speaking, a woman can attract a guy by posting thirst traps, by maybe even posting some booty pics, by maybe wearing a crop top, by wearing some tights and wearing some things that will be appealing to the man, because we know that a man, he tends to fall in love with his eyes, right? But
men don't even fall in love. What do you mean fall in love with his eyes? What do you mean, bro? Dang. I wish, I should go on his show one of these times and try to straighten things out. Because it seems to me, he don't know what he's talking about. And Oya already broke it down. Oya already broke it down. Another false man who literally is faking the fun. Men want purity. Turns around. Not only, and there's nothing wrong with it, but he's talking purity, right? But he's dating a single mother and made her pregnant. He didn't marry her. He just that just goes to show you who's making who pregnant. Because it doesn't matter. Oh, black women, they're single mothers all the time. Well, it sounds like, no, really, it's the recipient of a black man that's going to be the single mother. It doesn't matter which race she is. That's the truth. That's the truth. Jeni, she was Asian. She was not black. She got with a black man and was made a single mother before she could even blink her eyes. So the proof is in the pudding. And the pudding is deep. The proof is in the pudding. It's the recipient. It's not necessarily just a black woman. It's the recipient of a black man will likely become a single mother. He's talking purity, but did he marry that woman before he put a baby in her belly? No, he did not. No, he did not. He put a baby in that belly. Okay, he put a baby in that belly and no ring on her finger. And he's talking purity. He is talking purity. Oh my, Oya broke it down again. Oya says this: his soon-to-be baby mama, who's Caucasian, by the way. Nothing wrong with that. But same results as everybody else. Same black man. His soon-to-be baby mama is online modeling lingerie, tatas, all out. That sounds like purity to me. That sounds like purity to me. I got to follow this guy a little bit more, see what's up. Love Me Design says women aren't getting themselves pregnant, so they sound dumb. Yep. Dudes do sound dumb saying it. Yep. Be causing train wrecks and be the conductor and then be mad like, how the train wreck? Yeah, but he's traditional and voting Trump, right. Trump, who's another 304. Let's just get it out there. He's a 304. Okay. But yeah, they're voting for Trump because they believe in Jim Crow. Black men are starting to believe in Jim Crow, red pill black men, because they feel that they'd rather put up with discrimination if they can regain what they think they lost, which is control over black women. That's the plan for the black man, at least in red pill. They are so tied up in controlling women that they prefer to lose their own rights. Okay? Prefer to lose their own rights to gain control over black women. That's what's going down. That's why they're going to vote for somebody who definitely there's just better, regardless what party you're in, there's got to be a better choice. Come on. So anyway, let me play a little bit more.
To retain that man and lock him down and him get on one knee and propose to you, or it's a common.
And that makes it now sound more funny that not only lock him down, well, you put a baby in somebody's belly, bro. And then make him propose. Did he propose to her? Did you guys get married? It only costs like $90. Legit. You don't even have to go. You don't even have to go to a church. You can go right to the government. Give them $90 and you married. You can even do that for her. You can even do that for her, for your queen. Somebody who's giving you a baby, you can't even give them a ring. That's what you call no accountability whatsoever. You know, Tanya Swift says they want women to see them as men while the dominant men call them boys. How crazy is that? Bars. Yeah. Why seek a knowledge? Break it down again. They believe Trump is going to rebuild patriarchy. Exactly. But when they start tearing away civil liberties, we will lose everything gained in the civil rights era. Exactly. And it's going to be a terrible lesson learned. I gave up on trying to convince these dudes what's up with Mr. T, because he has a history of doing the opposite of what black men really want. But that's up to them. But they're dumb. So, you know, basically that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
On a woman to change her behavior and acquiesce her behaviors to that man's. Really need to show that you are only for your man. You're not for everyone else.
Oh man. I mean, you're only for your man who doesn't commit to you. So he's not for you, but you're for him. You're supposed to do everything he wants. Okay. But he can do whatever he wants. He can cheat on you. He can sleep with other women. He can pull a Dr. Umar and marry two women, because that's just the way it goes. It's the multiplicity thing. And I'm telling you, I'm going to play a little taste of your trigger, but you have to go to her channel to hear the rest. Here we go.
To show that you are
Hazel, bug in the house. Hazel.
Only for your man. You're not for everyone else.
I'm sorry y'all had to hear that stupidity, but honestly, I'm going somewhere with this. So please bear with me, y'all. Now, this is why I tell men all the time that they should not listen to male podcasters, red pillars, because they are complete hypocrites.
Exactly. Well, we just went over that.
They don't know anything. And 9 times out of 10, they do not have the lifestyle that they are telling you that you should be living. So I came across this dude in my IG feed yet again, talking the same foolishness, the same BS that he always is talking. And just like y'all saw in them videos, the first one, he's attempting to shame the first girl for being 29 and acting like life was over for her when she turned 30. And then in the next clip, he's telling a woman that men value purity and that a woman has to stop essentially dressing sexy to retain her man so that he knows that what she has is just for him. Now, what he said in the clips is very confusing for me, because if you're a man that really believes this and your platform is built on it, and you really do believe that a woman's time is short to retain and keep a man because once she gets older or has children, no man is going to want her. Now, if you had a girl that you really loved and you really cared about and you wanted her to feel secure, wouldn't you marry her ASAP to save her from that harsh reality? Or if you believe that dressing sexy or showing your body off is wrong and immoral if you have a man, then would you be with a woman who does that for a living? Wouldn't you? And I'm talking to y'all, because we're family. Wouldn't you think that if this particular man was in a relationship, that he would be abiding by the rules that he so proudly states all over social media? Well, let's get into that, okay? So first, I was like, this man has really been getting on my nerves. I just let me look into him a little bit. Let me put on my detective hat. Let me research him a little bit.
Ah, shit. Let's see. Break it down.
So I go to this man's Facebook page and I see, he's in a relationship. And this screen grab is straight from his Facebook page. I'm like, he's in a relationship, not a marriage. And that's what he said a man should offer to a woman that he is planning on protecting and providing for, right? So once again, I was a little confused. So then I find this man's girlfriend, or at least at this particular time, I was like, yeah, this is his girlfriend. So I find her on Instagram and I noticed that she has mom in her bio, not wife and mother, but just mom. So I'm like, I just know. And I got to say it like Dr. Umar. I got to say it 3 times. I said, I just know. Okay. That this man that has so much to say about purity, marriage, relationships, men holding the keys to relationships and knowing what they want, and single mothers are the devil and unwanted, etc., etc. I'm like, I just know he isn't out here making baby mamas. So then I look deeper into it and I find his relationship page with this woman, and it's on TikTok, and they go by Cooley and Sarah. And I noticed, oh wow, she's pregnant with baby number 2 and still no ring. Then I noticed that
no ring.
She makes a living showing off her body quite provocatively.
That's purity, right? That's purity right there.
Might I add? And it's not provocative to me, but it is for a man that believes a woman should be walking around wearing oversized t-shirts to get and retain a man like him. Yuck. Then what really, y'all, this really blew my edges right on off to the floor. I'm serious. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, but when I saw a picture of them and their hashtag blended family. So you're in a relationship with a woman that had previous children. And by the way, I covered their faces because I wanted to be respectful.
Previous children? Wait a minute. Okay, I get it. There's caveats to their rules of avoiding baby mothers. Other races, it's okay.
But I'm just letting y'all know, at least 2 of them look fully YT. So, I'm confused here. Either women that show their bodies aren't fit to be with men or a man like you, or they are. Do you mean what you say or don't you? Is a woman over 30 for recreational use or not? Because your baby mama definitely looks 30 and up. Let's keep it a band. She's definitely at least 30 or up. So are single mothers really ineligible for love or not? Because it seems like a lot of y'all podcast brothers just say anything that you think will get you views.
Exactly. You have to watch the rest, but you have to go to her channel to see it. Let me break down the next one. Wait, here we go. Bring that up. You guys are going to love this one. I'm going to give you the king, one of the new kings of the Manosphere, Charleston White.
Well, when the man make the baby, how old is he? Let's start there.
Wait, let me go back.
Well, when the man make the baby, how old is he? Let's start there.
Your child itself.
His child itself. When he make the baby, what he do? He go make another baby.
Make another baby.
So how the woman go be strong? Who's destroying these families? Is it systematic? Is it the white man?
Mm-hmm.
Who's destroying the black family?
It's a collective.
I say the black man.
Ooh.
When mom and daddy meet.
So this is funny to me, and I'll tell you why this is funny to me, because I've said this. And I get put through, the ringer. I get, stalked and shit by Manosphere dudes and stuff. And here's Charleston White. He got none. That's a zero. No backlash because of this. They were like, yeah, man, I guess those are facts. Those are facts.
Who's there to control the meeting? When daddy show up saying, I'm this kind of man, and mama believe him, and daddy find out to be a lying motherfucker, what white man is involved in that? What system? Come on now. Come on now. When they meet, when mama and daddy meet before you be born, who's controlling that to say that they're destroying our families? Right. If you go back and ask your mama, why you and daddy not married? She ain't gonna say no white man.
Right. Right.
No, she not.
Come on now.
No, she not. She gonna say your daddy left me.
Mm-hmm.
Your daddy got caught cheating with another woman. He had another baby over here. He used to beat me.
Yeah.
What white man did that?
Ain't no white man did that. That's on us.
Papa was a rolling stone.
Come on now.
That's on us.
Come on now.
Whatever he laid his hat was his home.
Slaves used to watch his wife get raped and he still stayed.
Thanks.
Nigga, come on now. So the breakdown of the destruction was the breakdown of the black man's mind. His self-inflicted wounds, homie. The black man became more about pussy and feeling good.
There you go. Been saying it. Told you so.
Then he did, nigga taking care of his family.
So you don't think maybe that, like, because some people say, right, that when the government started offering assistance to the black woman,
they never offered it. They offered it.
I mean, yeah. Why seek a knowledge? I know what you mean. I know what you mean. He'll probably switch back soon, but whatever.
To the white woman first,
right?
The black woman had to go find out about it.
I'm gonna drop the link.
Nigga made a baby right here, and went up there and made another baby. Why wouldn't she take it?
Remember now, we just went over one instance, and remember now, black men date out twice as much as black women do. So why they have a problem with black women, dating out? I don't know why. Even though there's a hypocrite thing again, black men date out twice as much as black women do. Okay, but black men still have a problem with black women dating out, and don't think you should have a problem. These same black men think you should only date black men, but they want to date out twice as much.
Man and left. Nobody kicked the black man out the house, my nigga.
Yeah, that's
Because
that's been the narrative.
but you can't, homie, because you can get government assistance with the man in the house. That's the biggest lie told.
Oh, you breaking it down.
You can get food stamps and welfare with the man and the woman in the house as husband and wife.
As husband and wife. And we know what happens in our community and other communities. The problem we have, folks, is our common denominator for single mothers is, guess what? Of any race, guess what the common denominator is of single mothers? You guessed it, more Jeezys.
But not baby daddy and baby mama.
So that gotta be your wife.
Legally.
Yeah.
By law.
Right.
So basically, you could almost say that because men in our community do not want to settle down with a woman, even though they make them pregnant, which is supposed to be one of the most committed acts in a relationship, which it is. They don't want to be tied down. Okay. Hey, a man has a choice on what he wants to do, but don't turn around, even though it's messed up. But don't turn around and then look around and say, oh, wow, look at all these single mothers. Wow, black women, single mother. When basically the bottom line is that single mothers, whenever a woman is with a black man, regardless of race, there's a high likelihood they're going to become a single mother. That's just the way it goes. Prove me wrong, please.
So that's where the divide came. We wasn't marrying.
It wasn't no divide. Listen to me, homie.
I'm listening.
The black man started thinking with his dick. Laying around lazy, wanting to pimp. Remember, you got a pimping culture that came through after the civil rights.
Yep.
Superfly. The Mac.
There it is. There we go again. Pimp culture. We go over that in a lot of videos in this channel. Fiona in the house. Fiona, it's very good to see you. We break it down for you here. We have videos on pimp culture. It's true.
Now the black man laying on the black woman. White man didn't set that up, homie. The black man lost his tenacity. And we losing it now.
How so?
What you mean, how so? How many niggas open the door for their wife?
Mm.
How many niggas pay all the bills?
Mm-hmm.
How many niggas cut his own grass? How many niggas fix his own car? That's household.
Right.
There he goes. Welcome, Hibiscus Daffo.
Okay. And I hear that a lot too. But do you think, is it based on today's economic?
Yeah, exactly, Hibiscus Daffo. You are correct. This is the same man. He flip flops. Let's put it that way. And he's the Manosphere hero, probably because of it. Because he kept repeating that he was, on that rough stuff a long time ago.
Economics.
Nope.
Is it?
They had less way back then, huh?
True. Things cost less too. Right?
Well, if things cost less, how do nigga buy $200, $300 Michael Jordan tennis shoes and still behind on child support?
Yeah.
How can niggas still buy ounces of weed? Throw money in the strip club, pop bottles. How?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, Tanya. Tanya in the house. Tanya Sweat.
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
I mean, what? I don't get me. I need to make sure everybody knows that I am not a Charleston White fan, but I just found it kind of interesting that these guys are eating each and every word he says right now, and then they'll come over here. And I would have said something similar. In fact, I think he said this. I wouldn't be a lot of the stuff he says. I swear to God, I'm thinking like, is he watching my channel or what? You know what I mean? But anyway, they don't mind hearing this from him. But if I am to say it, they get mad. But anyway, what's going on with you tonight, Tanya?
I'm just sitting here observing and looking at this cosmic mess that we call these realms. And the fact that this is the type of guy they say we women choose, and it's a bad choice. But yet, when it comes to the Pookie coming directly to him, it's under thy Pookie, mind his words.
Right. Exactly.
They idolize Pookie and hate him at the same time.
Exactly. Well, they are, most of them really, quite honestly, they are Pookies. I mean, let's face it. Sick of love in the house. I mean, it's funny to me because it's like the honest reason is this. Basically, men are in the manosphere because they don't want a wife. They want multiplicity. They want abundance of women. That's what they want, because any man can, quite honestly, you can find a woman that will love you. You can find one, but these men want to control women, and they want to control multiple women.
Well, think about it, DJ. They're failed pimps and failed simps. So what is left to do but cry about it?
I like that. Failed pimps and failed simps. Yeah, basically. You know? They basically that's what it is. That's what's going down. Let me go ahead and play a little bit more of this. Here we go.
Okay.
But do you think that the money went farther this? No?
Nah, money ain't got nothing to do with this.
It's our mentality.
It's what's in the hearts of black men. They want pussy. They don't want the struggle of having to be a father and take care of this household. Nigga, they saw how hard it was on James Evans then. Them niggas want to be the niggas out in the streets, nigga looking pretty, clean. That's what the black man want. He don't want to be the struggle of a nigga. Nah, a nigga ain't want that, homie.
So you think black man can fix all this?
Nah, black man can't fix nothing.
Ouch. I haven't even said that, but hey, let's keep it going.
His children gonna have to fix it. Black man don't know nothing to fix nothing. He got to wake up every day and go get a job for the white man.
Right.
He don't know nothing to fix nothing. He don't know STEM. He don't even know the internet to fix nothing. His kids are smarter than him. And his kids can make more money than him. His woman been making more money than him. Nobody listens to the black man anymore.
Let me pause it right there for a second. Why is seeking knowledge? Says this. Gotta find the weed man. This was really a good bash. Got him deep, reflecting, and truthful. Yo, pass this shit in my don't be a menace voice. Oh man.
He's a liar. He been lying for too long, huh? He been trying to play gangster. He been playing pimp, and he can't keep his word to nobody in his household. So nobody believes in him. The white man don't believe in him on the job. Nobody believes in the black man. Huh? He can't fix nothing. Damn. He can barely fix himself.
Uh-oh. Bars.
That's why don't nobody believe in him. Because they looking at him. They been watching him. And they see he can't even fix himself.
Wow. What do you think about what he just said?
They've been having the designs on studying us for centuries. What did they expect the outcome to be?
Exactly.
And they're doing it now.
Woman and children. That's why he walk away from his children and he constantly disrespects his women. No other race does that.
Facts.
Yeah. So nobody will ever take us serious.
Damn. We gotta do something, don't we?
Ain't nothing we can do, homie. Raise your children.
Raise your children.
That's it. Raise.
All right. Welcome to the stage, Lakeisha.
Raise your children. That's it.
That's it.
That's the only thing to reverse this.
Greetings, greetings,
Be
greetings.
your father.
Raise.
How you feeling tonight?
I'm wonderful just listening to this tomfoolery and foolishness. Thank you for bringing it to your panel to bring awareness because, like I said just before I hopped on StreamYard, why not get snipped and then you can get all the cat you want? But they don't want that. What they want to do is destroy these women's lives by impregnating them, and they know the demonic energy that they have in them. So therefore, they want to give that demonic energy and mess up other people's bloodlines.
Well said.
Indeed. Bad seeds make bad crops. That's what my grandfather used to say.
Absolutely.
Bring up the next clip. Now, this next clip I'm going to bring up is a clip of a dating coach telling his red pill crowd basically how red pill YouTubers have traumatized the men. Here we go.
You know, I've been teaching men for 14 years how to date, and I think the majority of the
And
industry
by the way, I'm not a huge fan of this guy either, but hey, here we go.
teaches men how to do this in a way that is unhealthy, that is manipulative, and doesn't actually foster real relationships, even if they are casual hookups. So I wanted to share my commentary on this video by YouTuber Hamza titled "Red Pill YouTubers Are Traumatized." And
Okay, let me pause right there for a minute. Oh, look, it's no cupcake zone in the zone. Yeah, last time, this is no cupcake zone. He has this to say. DJ Torches it's DJ Torch, not Torches, has no solutions. All he does is cry about other men every day.
I don't see any crying that you're doing. You're bringing awareness to these crybabies that's crying. Wham, wham, wham. We want women to submit. Wham, wham, wham. We don't have no power and control. Wham, wham, wham. I'm a man. Wham, wham, wham.
DJ. Yeah, DJ. The only crying you doing is probably off the funny shit I'm saying. Excuse my French.
I might cry laughing, But yeah, cupcake,
That's
you're welcome, man. Just the point, we want to hear your point of view. Of course, you can come up and as long as you're respectful, because I do remember one time you said some weird stuff. But yeah. Yeah, he goes back a little ways.
in this video, he gives you some really good points about how a lot of the red pill industry is toxic, but I would say this largely applies to the men going their own way movement, the black pill movement, and even the more extreme sides of the pickup or PUA movements. And just as a note, like on the surface, it's going to be way more bro-y and memey, and he probably says things a little harsher than I would, but if you can look past that, I think there's some really solid advice. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Nick Notice, co-founder of Reconnected, and let's dive in.
Jeffrey's been reading the red pill for a while now. It's time.
Okay, so I know it's weird for me to be doing a reaction to a reaction, but here we are.
It's time. Jeffrey makes his own red pill YouTube channel.
4 things confident men do that most men don't. 3 things alpha males never tell women.
Younger Hamza fell down the red pill YouTube rabbit hole, and he got stuck there for a while. Yeah.
These hoes never put a woman on the pedestal. Okay, now time to spend 2 hours watching videos about women.
Honest.
I love that part. Don't put a woman on a pedestal, but they spend all day thinking about women. That is
right.
Just...
Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
That's a mixed fruit cocktail if I ever heard one.
I mean, it really truly shows you why, red pill has never been an effective result because all it does is confuse men more. You know, there's these guys who spend their time all day telling other men how bad women are all day, and not to think of women all day, but they're on TV, they're on video all day telling men who are sitting around all day about women all day. And then they
It's like,
say, I'm sorry, go
oh,
ahead.
excuse me. I'm sorry, I was clearing my throat. It's like Groundhog's Day to them.
Yeah. I got to go on screen for that. That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it's Groundhog Day.
Spot on.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Lakeisha.
No, I was agreeing with her. I said spot on.
I mean, I like seeing a different perspective. And Hamza, whatever his name is, he's really not in the black manosphere. So you get kind of like an overall manosphere thing from him. But at the same time, it's really, quite honestly, the black manosphere is in my opinion, from what I've seen, is a much more aggressive form of control than it is than the other manospheres have. Don't get me wrong; they all want control, but it's almost like black men are obsessed with control over women's bodies. They don't want a relationship; they just want the body. That's what's going down.
Yeah, they do. They might as well just go on and invest in a good X toy from anywhere, from Amazon to Temu to Wish to a store that carries those type of things, because they do not want human female interaction. They do not like females. It's like, I think, one, they want to be us. And then two, they despise us so much that they don't know what to do with us. It's like, you love me, but then you hate me, you know?
Right.
Exactly. They better off getting some recycled bouncy houses, some scotch tape, some weaves that are been discarded, and just build them a woman, and then have voice commands play on cue to say anything you like.
Welcome, Spice is Nice to the chat. Let's play a little bit more. Let's see where I have you.
And there's the rub. Like, all these guys are talking about, don't put women on a pedestal, don't seek their approval, you don't need them to be happy, go on your own way, which is great in theory. But if all you do is write and produce content on women, digest content about women, have debates about women, talk about how you hate women and how they're ruining society, I think you're giving up a tremendous amount of your energy and probably your identity and worth to women. So yeah, I don't often think that they're living what they preach.
Adonis doesn't waste his time learning how to attract women from YouTube. He was raised to be strong, masculine, and a gentleman. That combination makes Adonis irresistible to women. You have to know that you become more like the YouTuber that you watch. If you watch Ali Abdul, you become more productive. If you watch James Charles, you become more of a pedophile. And if you watch these degenerate red pill YouTubers, well, you become a degenerate. And quick disclaimer, this is my rant specifically about the red pill YouTubers, not the red pill as like a fundamental sort of dynamic, like mindset to hold. And red pill YouTubers seem to love drama. I'm not really pushing for drama. This video isn't for them. It's just for you, the viewer. So over the past few months, I've been getting therapy and I've been learning a lot about trauma, specifically childhood trauma, childhood abuse. It's so clear to me that these guys have suffered something like that. Listen to.
Let me pause right there. I think that's a good point. A lot of men, they have a lot to work out and they don't.
They choose not to work it out when there's help available.
Absolutely. I one for believe that it's one thing that black men don't really do. They don't go to the doctor. They won't go and check on their physical health, and they damn sure ain't gonna check on their mental health.
Exactly.
To them speaking, tell me that we're listening to some mentally healthy guys right now.
The reason why I make girls lick my ass is because I know I own them at that point.
And here we are.
I was not ready for that.
What in the bluegrass? Oh God. DJ, I'm finna get off of here. I gotta go make the caveman his meatloaf dinner. That took me out.
That was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Face.
I'm
That
finna
was
get to the getting, man. That was out there, but I will be listening and I will put in a snipey comment or two.
okay. Sounds good.
All right, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you for coming to the stage.
All righty, bye bye.
Here we go.
Have yet another delusional potty mouth leftover female over 30.
It's going to get a little bit personal, but I've got to throw a little insult towards them so you understand.
And I just want to echo that this idea rings true all around. Like what you consume for content is also how you think, but then also who you surround yourself with in terms of friends, or if you're always spending time on forums debating these ideas, then that's kind of the values you start to adopt. And that's also the only way that you see the world. And you believe all this is true. Like you believe all women are shallow or just want the next best thing because that's all you think about and that's all you see.
But it's very likely that a lot of these guys had degenerate red pill fathers who left their home. And so these men were raised in single mother households and they were raised to be feminine. And yes, I've just said that red pill YouTubers are feminine. They are loud and arrogant. Does loud and arrogant seem more of a trait that Jeffrey would have or Adonis? Obviously, Jeffrey. They're
So I just would slightly disagree there and say, I don't necessarily think that's about masculine or feminine traits.
No, it is. It is. If you feel like you have to compete with women, then you are expressing femininity, in my opinion. You're not supposed to even think about competing with women or even really complaining about women. You're supposed to be focused on your goals and then finding the right women. But these men are generally.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. It's like I've never seen a bunch of men so concerned about what a woman does on all angles. It's like I remember a guy telling me, thinking it was a flex, I might not be able to spend time with you because, I may have a client and I'm in LA, in Los Angeles, California. I may have to drive a client to, San Diego, or I may have to go and drive to, somewhere else, Arizona. I said, I'm leaving the country for 5 months to go and seal the deal for my house. I'm not caring about you going to take a drive to go take your high-end client somewhere for a couple of days. I'm leaving for 5 months to go build a life and a legacy. You're not on the same level with me.
Bye.
And you want me to wait for you? For what? What is there in it for me to wait for you? Because I've waited and you've wasted my time. And when you waste my time, it's like wasting my money. And then we're going to have to act funny because what? No, we can't do that. We don't do that around these parts. So these men are so invested. I feel like they really do want to be us because why are you not tending to your man business?
Right.
My father will check in with my bonus mom, but my father is about his business. When me and my sister had to come to our father and tell him about the men, he gave us songs. Remember that old song, Do Right and Get Your Money or something like that? It was Natalie Cole sang it. I think Peggy sang it. Jessica Rabbit sang it. Why don't you do right like the other men do? He said, go out and tell them jokers they better go out and get your money and get theirs too and bring it home. Because why are you in my business, sir? I done got the house is clean. You fed. You out here working. You got clean clothes on your back, shoes on your feet. And you still trying to mind my business. My mind is blown. I don't understand it. I feel like I'm in upside down world.
Well said.
I think it's more so about security and self-worth in general. If you are loud and arrogant and abrasive all the time, then you basically need that attention. You want that approval from others. You want to dominate all the time, which is just generally a sign of insecurity. I don't necessarily think it's tied to feminine traits.
They're obsessed with women, but they hate them too. And it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe
Yeah,
all
he's heard him. He said they're obsessed with women, but they hate them too.
women are hoes and you start acting in a way to attract those women, eventually you become invisible to the women who aren't hoes. Your cold, hostile, degenerate personality solidifies. I've experienced this like firsthand, and I can't believe I fell for it. Like their entire channel is like this red pill sphere. If their entire thing is about being obsessed with women, but they'll make you feel like shit for putting women and relationships on the pedestal. That's exactly what you're doing. You've got like 1,000 videos of like
three invisible signs that girls will show you if you're an alpha male. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. What the fuck?
And see, like, that's the stuff that guys become obsessed with. They become obsessed with these little micro games and manipulation, and they miss the bigger picture. In general, sure, you need to understand a few little things about human dynamics and social skills and what flirting is. But largely, it's about showing up honestly, being self-confident, on learning how to express yourself well. And this obsession over like 3 ways to, as Hamza said, realize when a girl likes you. It's just going down the rabbit hole of becoming obsessed with something and then never getting anywhere with it, and then also ending up resenting, women and everything because you don't get that success. You just consume more content that's mostly bullshit.
Circle, it's not about getting better, it's about getting bitter, even for things that seem like self-improvement. So one of the standard advice that all these YouTubers will suggest is, okay, get in the gym and make some money. But they don't say that because it's going to give you a more fulfilling, happy life. They always market it in a way that, yeah, and then you'll get back at the hoes who hurt you. And the issue with having like low quality, degenerate, feminine men as your role model is that they can only ever...
Oh man, I mean, these are red pill guys talking about red pill guys. I mean,
Right.
So they can't say, oh, wow, this feminist dude is no, these are red pill guys or former red pill guys or pseudo red pill guys, whatever they want to be today, talking about red pill guys. The point of why I wanted to do this live stream today is to point out that even red pill guys know that red pill is BS. Even they know.
For sure. And I was looking at an old Jenny Jones. It was Jenny Jones and some old, talk shows because I was looking for some information. And remember when they had that, it was like a trend going on in all the talk shows, all the guys was coming on showing their new bodies because when they were young, excuse me, in school, a certain girl didn't really care for them. So they were on the show to show the girl that they got their new body and they done glowed up and all this stuff. This is what makes me think these are who these red pill guys are. Somewhere along their life, they saw a girl that was out of their league, and it didn't even have to be that she rejected them. They just felt too insecure to approach her. And now that they're glowed up to their standard, they want to show the women how it's going to be.
Right. Exactly. And the woman that they were obsessing over doesn't even know they exist.
Absolutely not.
Ever promote their own behavior to you, and so you become exactly like them. And I know so many impressionable young guys are seeing these videos and thinking, yeah, oh, this guy fucks lots of girls, I'd like to fuck me some girls too. But this is not the way to go about it. I've experienced that lifestyle, and it's literally nothing more than the physical world. There's no like sense of fulfillment from it. It's literally the same as just jacking off, but you get an extra like boost in your ego that your degenerate friends around you also like big you up and like, oh, you slept with that drunk girl yesterday, you fucking G, you fucking oh
yeah. See, what he's basically saying is that men are more focused on trying to impress other men, and attract other men by their sexual prowess than they are trying to attract women for a relationship.
I agree. And then you have to ask yourself too, most of the time, why are these men shirtless when they're filming, or why are they shirtless when they're around other men? Men that I know that are heterosexual are not shirtless unless they're at the beach with their friends or a pool, but just to be hanging out, or just like those guys was and a whole group of guys and all their shirts is off. What's your shirt off for? They're advertising for other men. They are fighting something in themselves, and they just don't want to say it or advertise it or whatever. But, you know, I think it's a cornucopia of things. But I strongly feel like it was about the girl that they couldn't get, and the power and control that they now want, since they feel like they are high valued men.
Exactly.
It's not worth it. Structure your life.
As you guys know, I fell into that lifestyle too. Like, I spent a lot of my youth going out specifically to bars and clubs, applying so much of the pickup advice that I had learned. And while I thought I was having success and I was surrounding myself with guys that felt the same way, I was often pretty miserable, just because, like, I don't enjoy necessarily always doing that. I'm a nerd, man. I like to do lots of different things. I don't want to just go clubbing every single night. And also, I don't say this as a blanket statement, but in general, who are those environments on average attracting? Younger people who don't really figure out who they are. They're often insecure or just really wasted or doing drugs all the time, and not necessarily always coming from a healthy place. I'm not trying to judge and say that's...
He's saying it in a very nice way. What he said, that's what Dust. This is the non-black version of what a Dusty is. What I mean is that he's saying
absolutely.
He's saying it as nicely as he can. Not coming from the right place and everything.
Always the case, but in general, if you were like, where can I find quality women that I feel like I can not only be attracted to, but have a great time with, have an intellectual debate with, get to know on some deeper value level, even for a casual hookup, would it be a, author meetup, or would it be like the top 40 club that like everyone's puking on the floor? I don't think you even have to think twice.
To get low quality pussy is fucking stupid. Like, you could do so much better. Do you think Adonis goes to the fucking club every single...
Let me pause for a minute. I have to read Why Seeking Dollars. Can you imagine a woman? Wait, here we go. This one right here. The Boyosphere is teaching grown boys to hate women. The Boyosphere. They are already lonely and integrating toxic ideologies. They are already lonely, and integrating toxic ideologies pushes them further out of the pocket. Bars. I guess the two on screen are not alls. Are the not alls? Yep, exactly.
Single day. You think he like goes out practicing fucking day game? It's like degenerate, like quite like if it's something that your family and your social circle and your community wouldn't be proud of, it's usually the wrong thing. If you act like a fuckboy, you can only attract fuck girls, and soon enough you start to believe that these are the only girls out there, or the only girls that just exist are the sort of club, Tinder, Instagram hoe type of personalities. Of course there are girls like that, but you become so like niched, like so polarized, that you only attract those girls because you act in a very dirty, sort of degenerate, hostile way. And you want to know the fucking sickening truth? You know why girls like this are attracted to that personality? Because that's how their fathers and probably their mothers behave to them. We crave a familiar sense of love. So if, for example, a woman had her father walk out, or her mother and father divorced, this woman is going to be somewhat weirdly attracted to a man who ignores her. This is what these guys are promoting to you, that in cases that there's a girl from a broken household, we'll show you how to get her by being a fucking degenerate and being mean to her and taking a while to respond. Like, you can go deep down the rabbit hole in these videos.
This is so true and so sad. I myself used to do this, and I see so many guys that are often not that experienced with women trying to do the same, where they just only chase these, what they think of perfect 10 women, that are the club goers that get, bottle service from lots.
That's really the majority of the men, really. I mean, think about it like this. This is how they gave themselves away. Remember when Kevin Samuels had the looks rating 1 to 10? You can't use 7, average at best. That is one of the most shallow, I guess you would call it the most shallow meanings you can put out there, is to show people that you only gauge women by if how good they look or how much control they give you.
I was at my client's house cleaning her house for her mother, and her brother lived at the house with her mother, right? This is my first time being introduced to Kevin Samuels. And I'm in his nasty bathroom, cleaning his nasty bathroom in his nasty room I got to clean next. And he's kicking back, listening to 7 cameos. or whatever his name is. I done said it backwards. That's how backwards I was and discombobulated. And he's laughing and that's right. And I looked at that man and I said, if this is, because for one, my ears perked up because of how that man talked to them women. And I said, who is this speaking like this to these women? And so I didn't even ask him. I just listened. But I looked at that man and I said, if these are the type of men that are following him, then ill. These women really should not be taking advice from this man, because if they knew what was behind that screen listening to Kevin Samuels, they would run. They would run, because the way that man kept that bathroom and the way that man kept his room, and he was living with his mama. I'm about to be 50. I think at that time I was probably 46 or 47. And he had to at least probably be in his late 30s going into his 40s. So there you have it.
Dang. Why Seeking Knowledge says this. I'm liking this, but I can't get over Charleston White. LOL, I'm a surf YouTube when we end. Who want to bet that he reneges? Yeah, exactly. To avoid getting dragged like Russell Wilson bars. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That is so true. And I'm glad you brought that up, because I have just the clip for you right here.
Hello?
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, you've been here before.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have an update?
No. You just you highlighted me.
I know, you didn't get no request.
No, man.
I can't believe that. No woman reached out to you.
I'm saying I got over they follow me on Instagram, but as far as I'm single.
Did they DM you? Did you check the messages?
Yeah, I checked it.
So how many did you get?
Well, how many DMs?
Yes. How many women reached out to you?
I don't know. People reached out to me, but it wasn't nobody like, oh, let me go find out. You know what I'm saying? That we in a relationship or we dating. It wasn't nothing serious.
So you didn't get no good options?
No, I'm still single.
I understand you're still single, but out of all the women that reached out, none of them.
No, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm coming back to you.
Tony, calm down, okay? I'm asking you questions because I'm trying to get clarity. So out of all the women that reached out to you, none of them were good enough for you?
No, ma'am.
You get 2 times on the show, so you want to use your second time right now. All right, Tony, where are you calling from? Where do you live?
Atlanta.
How old are you?
40.
And you have kids, right?
I have a son, 13 years old.
13. Have you ever been married?
Married 2015 for 9 months.
And when did you get divorced? Oh, for 9 months. They say you host a dating show?
I do.
Oh my God. He's literally what those other guys were talking about.
Yep.
He's obviously he's not doing something right, because he hosts a dating show, but he's failing at dating. You can't make this stuff up.
Man, that's crazy.
Then why are you calling me?
Why would I go on my own platform to go on a dating show?
That would be the best option for you. If you have,
I don't do that. That's unprofessional for me.
What?
No, I disagree.
He said, that's unprofessional for me. Man.
That's your opinion, but if you want.
I'm over you.
There's something off about him already. He doesn't wait for people to finish their sentences. He talks too fast. He doesn't talk clear.
He's grunting.
I'm over it.
Yeah. There's some. He didn't even. Let
me tell you something. I told you in the beginning of this, I was tired, right? And I'm exhausted. And I was trying to work through his aggressive energy. Then I just decided, I'm done. I'm done. No, I don't agree. And when you host a dating show, listen, I'm in a relationship, but my pool, men hit men still try to hit me up all the time, even though I'm in a relationship. If you host a dating show, that's the best pool, I believe. Women are going to be hitting you up all the time. So I wish you the best on your dating journey. The fact that nobody, you got all those DMs.
Yeah,
And
exactly. What she's saying is that there's something wrong with dude, but she's trying not to say there's something wrong with dude. She's trying to be diplomatic about it, which is good.
Yeah, she's trying to have some decorum about it, but sir, all the women that she sent you, and you talking about I'm still single, ain't I? First of all, I would expect that when you came back onto the show or her platform, it wouldn't have been about you being single. You should have been at that point. I don't know how long the time lapse, but you should have been like, yeah, I found someone to court or to date, so that you can begin being in a relationship. I think these men forget chivalry is not supposed to be unalived. And there are steps to getting into a relationship, just like there are steps into getting married.
Exactly.
So they want to love bomb us and rush us because they want to microwave and just get what they get. So yeah, you're gonna be single because just like KY Seeking talking about, he didn't find nobody to meet his rigid boysphere requirements. You got a whole long list, sir, and you probably sitting in your mama's basement too at 40. And then you got a whole dating show and you can't go on there, or even that could have been something fun for your subscribers or your platform. Like, hey guys, I want to do something, and I want you to do a poll or whatever. He could have probably brought in so much more audience just doing that. But let his disgruntled butt go on and be single.
Exactly. I mean, it's funny though, because it's like it's almost like he's saying I have a problem with women. Oh, let me be an expert at dating. It's like, wait a minute. That's the problem.
Right. You can't have a dating show and then vet properly if you have a problem yourself with women.
Right. Exactly. And that's the major issue. Let me go back to this one here.
I've been teaching men for 14 years how to date, and
in the Instagram hoe type of personalities, of course there are girls like that, but you become so niched, so polarized that you only attract those girls because you act in a very dirty, sort of degenerate, hostile way. And you want to know the
just like that. Oh, perfect example from Kendra's show. That's exactly how it's acting.
You know why girls like this are attracted to that personality? Because that's how their fathers and probably their mothers behave to them. We crave a familiar sense of love. So if, for example, a woman had her father walk out, or her mother and father divorced,
and when you're chasing emotionally unavailable people or broken people, there is no winning. Congratulations, you might be able to finally convince a woman that is like this to sleep with you or whatever, give you some attention. But in turn, you are going to sacrifice a lot of your own self-worth and self-respect. You're going to go through a tremendous amount of pain, and they almost never yield healthy relationships. And
what's funny to me is that they're making it sound like that's the weird thing about the red pill, is that he's making it sound like, I think he's probably talking to a certain subset of men that their only problem is that their self-esteem is a little bit shaky. But for the most part, most of these men, they're already far gone. They're too far gone to,
right.
One of the guys out there that thinks that you can fix these types of women, that you're going to be the savior. You're not. People can't change until they're ready to change. And if somebody doesn't want to, make lifestyle adjustments, or they're only attracted to people that treat them poorly because of their father, you coming in and trying to work with that is never going to work. They're going to build resentment towards you. You're going to build resentment towards them for not liking you as the good option. And you're not satisfying their needs because right now what they are attracted to and what they want is a person who treats them poorly, even if it's unconsciously.
Eventually you come out thinking that you have this idea that women are the enemy. You literally think of them as like some separate entity that we've got to like learn to master, and like they're hiding all the secrets. They're hiding the resources that we need, and we need to learn how to like manipulate them. Like that's what it feels like when you're entering this like pathway. It's impossible to be in this lifestyle and also get relationships, or even if you just want to sleep with girls, even meet the girls who truly compliment you instead of there being like a weird sense of friction where you both kind of like don't like each other, but you're just kind of fucking for the sake of it. You don't want to be experienced. Like there's no bigger fucking form of a headache when you have girls.
That's exactly what most of the red pill coaches
I'm so
do.
glad he said that. I'm so glad he said that, because at some point it does become weird energy, you know, and then you as a woman start being like, wait a minute, do he really even like me? Like, what's happening here? You know, well, you went from loving me and cherishing me and caressing me to, you know, taking jabs at me and doing all this stuff, you know, and it's unfortunate that this man had, you know, like he said, you can't even meet a young lady authentically, you know, because you are in this lifestyle and you can't even be your authentic self because you're following these bylaws and rules that these dummies have made for you, and you're following them and you're messing your own self up. Now he sees the mistake he made. I hope, you know, that he's able to have a loving relationship with a young lady and not do any damage to her. But yeah, we as women are not hiding any secrets. You know, I think that it's the deflection of the degenerate mind.
Yep.
Because we as women has always been, especially Black women, has always been loving and nurturing and welcoming, understanding, caring, kind, compassion. The list goes on. But what you're not going to do is keep on hurting us and playing with us. No, we'll choose the bear any day.
I hear that.
In your life who you don't even like, they don't even seem to like you, but you're just using each other for each other's bodies. What more is there to our lives which is more sacred than our like being in fucking inside of each other? And that's like what we're just doing casually. Like that's the life that I personally fell into. I structured my entire life to get some fucking pussy, bro. Like I made it my purpose. Beyond your purpose, I made it my purpose, bro. You telling me to be on my purpose? You haven't done one fucking video on how to make money in like the last like 200 videos. Everything's about the 3 like ways that women will do this with their eyeballs if they see you. And like, shut the fuck up, bro.
This is a harsh reality a lot of guys face when they finally start seeing a little success in this lifestyle, right? They start attracting some of these low quality relationships and maybe they get laid or whatever, but then all of a sudden it sets in that it didn't make them happy. And in fact, they're enduring so much shit and they're not showing up honestly that it's actually making them unhappy. I went and did the pickup thing for 4.5 years and went out all the time. And the only thing I realized was that I hated doing this type of stuff. I hated being dishonest and that no one actually got to know the real me. And it felt completely hollow. It felt horrible.
People obsessed with women, and then you're telling them don't be obsessed with women, otherwise you're a simp. And if you've been into this like hardcore red pill lifestyle just as I was, chances are your parents didn't really treat you that well when you were a child, and that gave you like a fragile sense of love. You try and fill this like void, this gap inside of you with as much like love as possible, and the easiest, fastest love that we can get is just casual sex. Casual sex is like the fast food of love. The issue is that the women who are into casual sex have to be lower quality and more masculine, and you don't want these women in your life. You can revert this round and start attracting women who are more feminine and higher quality. And when you really dive deep into
the problem is that the guy it's what the men want. It's really
okay, I have a question.
Hit me.
Because I when he said that their goal is to find women that are low quality or basically like have low self-esteem, but they're going to get the supply out of them, right? You know, they'll be willing to, you know, be with them. The thing is, if they don't understand, they have an open book test. All you gotta do is be honest with a woman. You ain't gotta hurt her. You ain't gotta play no games. 9 times out of 10, if you talk nice and respectful to a woman and tell her what you're looking for, if that's what she's looking for, then she'll say, yeah, I'm into that. I'm cool with it. They degrade women, all women, to that kind of low beneath the the gutter of trying to say that they are low grade, low quality, low self-esteem. No, these women be minding their own business, having their own jobs, own lives, and they pick them because they want to drain their energy.
Right.
It don't have nothing to do with that woman being low grade. If that woman want to feel free to do with her body, she can do with her body what she want to. That don't make her low grade. If that makes her low grade, then what does that make you?
Right. Exactly.
So that rhetoric is to just make them feel better about what they're about to do to this woman. That's like a man getting a prostitute, but he is detaching his self. He may be married or whatever, but he's attaching himself because that's just something to use. That's just a tool. Men pay for this all the time. But I got my wife over here, I'm not going to do that to her. No, you can't do that. You are deflecting. You're the trash, you're the garbage, and you're hurting good women, unsuspecting women that are innocent and just willing to enjoy themselves in that way with you.
Exactly. Sugar Love says nothing will make them happy but a doll.
They'll
Bars.
beat the doll, Sugar Love.
Okay,
Sugar Love, blaming the doll for stealing their money.
The casual sex lifestyle, you end up in like literally the worst places of fucking society, in like nightclubs, fucking Tinder, Instagram DMs. You're taking drugs, you're staying up late, fucked up mental health. You're like drinking 3 times a week, taking fucking MDMA, going to raves, taking ketamine in McDonald's.
In general, I think that's mostly true. Like the people, and not just women, but the people who are chasing constant casual sex, like most of the time it's coming from an unhealthy place. They're feeding their own ego. They're trying to feel love. They're fixing a missing piece of themselves rather than truly just trying to like learn more about themselves, date around, understand people's values, and get to know people better. It's mostly coming from a dark place. Now, that said, I think you can have some casual hookups as long as you, again, try to show up honestly. And even if you're having a casual situation.
My theory is this, and maybe it's because I'm older, but you should never be really, especially if you're looking for a relationship or marriage, you should not even consider a casual hookup. It might happen, but you shouldn't be even. You
I
shouldn't
agree.
be going, let me see if I can find a casual hookup. Because to me, it's just a slippery slope. I think you're just going to fall into trying to find casual hookup type of people.
I agree. I remember when I had one little point and I met up with this. I was interacting with this guy while I had knee surgery, and so we were building a momentum. And once my knee was better and everything, we ended up dealing with each other for 6 months. I knew that I wanted to be someone's wife. So I told him, like, hey, I'm going to step away. I'm about to go fast and pray. And he was like, oh, for how long? I was like, however long the Lord has me. That was 6.5 years. The only reason why I went back to him was because an ex of mine, him and that guy that I stepped away from, was chasing me for those whole 6.5 years, contacting me through all type of platforms, calling me, even going to the point of contacting me, the young guy contacting me on Indeed. And so he started working for Nike. He was trying to give me shoes, and I was going to take the shoes, and still he starts talking about the arch in my foot. And I'm in class reading that, and the Holy Spirit said, he has a foot fetish. You need to block him. And because my body started reacting, I'm sitting in, I said, oh no. So I left him a message and I said, I can't deal with you. If I want to still stay on my journey, I can't. So that happened. 3 years or 4 years went by. And then when my ex couldn't, do what he needed to do, I called the guy because I was frustrated, and I didn't want to call him because I knew that our relations was addictive, and I went back to him. And when I tell you, I was caught up for a year. And he ghosted me at the height of my career. I was doing the Super Bowl and the Grammys, sitting at the sewing machine, crying because he was not contacting me at all. And I was like, I gave you a year of my life. I tried to stay away from you for 6.5 years. gave you a year of my life and nothing. I mean, no, nothing. Nothing. And I was devastated. And I went back to the Lord, and like before I went back to the Lord was like, I'm gonna bless you, don't trip. That's when I got the Super Bowl job and the Grammy stuff. And but like I said, he was just null and void, just silent. And for me, I need all my faculties to be able to work, and to be at school and to concentrate and live.
Mhm.
And those men will take half of you, and you'll be sitting trying to live your life and be a whole shell of yourself. So I don't even talk to anyone. Nobody knows where I live now. I don't have the same number. Like, nobody knows where I live now. I am like completely ghost.
That's the best way to do it. I mean, I've a lot of therapists will say that what you need to do is like literally disappear from that life that made you that frustrated you or made you unhappy. Why Seeking Knowledge says this: back in the day, you slept together, you go together. There was no question. Things have gotten so twisted and dirty, situationshipy. Yep, I just can't. No patience for women with virtue like me. Bars.
Right. And I totally agree. And I couldn't even believe. And my father told me, because at one point I was going to fly him to Jamaica because I wanted to enjoy Jamaica and him. That was for me, for my hard work and for what I knew that I was going to get back to the Lord. So this was going to be a sayonara, goodbye, but that's what I wanted to do for myself.
Mhm.
It didn't have nothing to do with him. And my father was like, I'm going to tell you this. If you fly him to Jamaica, you take your heart and you put your heart outside the door and you do what you got to do with him, and you put him back on a plane and you put your heart back in your chest and you keep it pushing.
Yep.
Because he said, don't ever let no man play you. My father has always told me that. Now, my biological father, whole different story. But my bonus dad, he's always told me, don't let no man play you. And this is what you do to prevent that. Now, of course, I had conflicting, things because of what has happened to me or whatever, but I've always tried to maintain being a feminine woman, but also knowing I've had to pull out some of that masculine so these men won't run over me at the same time.
Exactly. And a lot of times that's ignored by men is that why they would say, why are women so masculine? To me, it's not even masculine. It's just about being in, you need to be in control, and and weak men will find that masculine. But
Exactly.
what it is that you have like Vanessa Williams way back in the day said, I see you have work to do, you know.
Got work
So
to do.
yeah,
I got a job, baby.
that was the jam. But yeah, I mean,
Yep, it
basically
was.
that's the thing, and it's almost like these men want to ruin a woman's life. They don't want to just. It's not even just about exploiting women or just using them. They literally want to use them and then destroy the life too.
Annihilate
Yeah.
at all costs.
Yep. Exactly. I'll play a little bit more of this, and then I'm gonna head on out. Here we go.
Try to also have a little bit of connection. Don't just like have sex and then never talk again and never have any kind of real dialogue. And then use those experiences to figure out like what types of people I want in my life or don't want. What are the values that I really appreciate? What are the things that I need to keep working on in myself and bring to the table? And use these not only just to get laid and satisfy some short-term things, but to actually develop yourself and think about the bigger picture. Because the truth is, most people don't want to be casually hooking up with others until they're 80 years old. Yet what we're seeing is that more and more people are not in long-term relationships. Marriage is starting later. People are really losing the idea of love as an idea.
I can see the difference here. Excuse me. It's almost like the information he's giving out is decent information, but you can tell that there's a lack of really pinning it to the group that is causing the problem. Most women want a relationship and most men don't. That's the problem.
Exactly. I can also add that women, when they were raised, we were raised to what? Be wives, and we're taught to, a man is gonna save us, even through fairy tales, through cartoons, through all through everything that we see. Boys, no, have you multiple girls? How many girlfriends you got? How many times have you heard an adult ask a little boy that? You so handsome. How many girls? Oh, you gonna be a girl, and you gonna be a heartbreaker. Them girls gonna be after you. So that is still on top of everything else that they've been influenced with. But this guy, it's like he's straddling the fence, because I think it's like he don't want to piss Red Pill off, but at the same time he want to bring awareness at the same time.
Exactly. Shout out to give me the foliage in the house. I said, give me some. I said, the foliage in the house. Good seeing you. I couldn't agree more. It's clear that the primary problem is that and men should have to acknowledge it. Look, if we run things, then we control things and all this kind of stuff, then why don't we change things? But you heard what Charleston White said, and he's one of the Manosphere dudes, right? He doesn't believe we can do it, and there's no evidence we can.
It's like James Earl Jones said in Coming to America. Remember when Eddie Murphy wanted to marry the young lady from New York, and he was like, "It's against it's against the kingdom," and the queen said, "You're the king. You can change it." So if you have the power, men, to change and to change the dynamic, then do just that. Because we as women have done the work. We are still doing the work, and we will continue to do the work. But what you guys are not doing, you're not doing the work, and you're crying about what women aren't and what we should be and how we are and how we not. You don't know. It's like you would have us confused, and God is not the author of confusion. So therefore you are working for your God, the devil. You're not working for God. God is a God of peace. And if you're not bringing peace and you bring in war, we as women will choose the bear.
Boom. As that said, let me go ahead and wait. What did I do? Okay, there. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the beat, but I'm sorry to hear that Marcy D got hacked. Now she's got a new channel. We got to give her some love. Give Me Foliage is her new channel. Marcy, if you need any help with anything, you just let us know. YouTube can be very weird. But anyway, let me go ahead and hit the beat. Lakeisha, it was a pleasure having you on stage. You got to come back.
Yes, always support.
All right, everybody, here we go. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming through. Please give Lakeisha a huge hand of applause. In the house, we have Give Me Foliage, formerly Marcy D.
It's not hard to fool me. 'Cause I'm addicted to the good life.
Love Me More Design. Why is seeking knowledge?
I follow. No need to say
Your love.
where we are heading now, babe. I follow.
Ice in the house.
To the edge of it all.
Ice is nice.
To the
No cupcake zone.
So tell your good night.
Happy game.
'Cause I'll find a better one.
Yona.
Yeah. Susceptible.
This Gustavo.
Before the moment flies.
Oh yeah, Terminador Negro.
So tell your good night. 'Cause I'll find a better one.
Happy game.
Susceptible. Before the moment
On this way.
flies. It's not a problem. Cause I know what I'm getting into.
Jackie, I hope you're doing good tonight. It's good seeing you.
And nothing can stop me. Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow.
All right.
To the edge of it all. So tell your good night. 'Cause I'll find a better one. Yeah. Susceptible night. Before the moment flies. Before it flies. So tell your good night. 'Cause I'll find